Haha, welcome to Broadcast Football. You guys missed a doozy. Week 2, Niners and Panthers. It was a really good game. I tried to record it, but it didn't work out. But it's a doozy, man. Good one. Let's just go ahead and advance to week 3.
Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
I'll do here. I think I'm gonna spare you guys all this. I'm gonna spare you guys all that. You know what? I think I gotta do it. The auto do this. Oh yeah, you can do it right here. Yes, I'll let you guys. So I'll spare you guys that.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A, D-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the 49ers going up against the Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle.
Oh, let's go up there, man. Let's go up to C-Town. You know what? If you've never been to Seattle, if you've never been to San Francisco, both cities look identical. It's crazy. Both cities look identical. Well, maybe identical might be stretching it, but definitely Seattle tries to mimic San Francisco.
And that win is one to build on, and when you have a chance to make it a second win at home, it's something to explode with. Let's see how they come out of the game.
Probably why they hate each other so much, you know what I mean?
The visiting 49ers. They too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well.
You know what I would love to do? I'd love to be able to change the uniforms of the other teams. You know, I usually run with coaches' suggestions because I like to take myself out of it. You know, I like to just be somewhat of a player, as if I'm getting calls in there and run.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry.
Playing this on slow.
And this offense
If you've seen the video with Denver and Carolina, I played on a very slow one to see how that went. It was a little slower than I expected it to be. Kind of threw me off rhythm. Really didn't have. Really didn't. I couldn't do the broadcast cam really that good and very slow. So.
On second down, here's Wilson.
Did you see me level that fool? I'll put Wilson on the ground, boy.
And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Navarro Bowman makes anyone short list for the best linebackers.
These little hype moments, you know what I mean?
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action with Wilson. He's got time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Looking to lock it, and it's intercepted.
I had a feeling that was coming my way.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Following the interception, here's Gabbert. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The 2-time Pro Bowler, Bobby Wagner, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And credit the tackle to Cliff Avril. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Here's Gabbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that's going to make it 4th down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now it's Lockett. And there's a flag on the play.
Illegal lock in the ball. Return team. Automatic first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was
Put pressure on that boy.
There, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
That's some strip that.
He's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking,
pressure on that
pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers.
And
because
then
you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching. And went up to try and catch a pass. Poof. I think for me, it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll come out in the pistol. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They go play action now. Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So Wilson will head to the sideline, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Through an opening, and there he goes.
I'm talking about.
Touchdown.
I'm talking about right there. No penalty, nothing.
Quentin Patton with officially a 103-yard return. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
fool's face looked like Madden, Madden 06 on 360. Scary as hell.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Tyler Lockett now with the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A chance for us to look now at this 49ers defense. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. In the slot on the right is Graham. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. Bulldozes past him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 11 on the gain there, and the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt. Most of the NFL, of course, City had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas.
Are you kidding me?
Goes Thomas Rawls, the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Penalty marker is down here.
Damn it.
And his kick is right through.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we get our first look at a guy who's been around the block a time or two. He will not be rattled today.
And that changes things for a defensive coordinator because normally when you get the young guys, you get the rookies, you throw all the exotic blitzes at them and looks they haven't seen. But this guy, he's seen it all.
Gabbard on first down. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. A second down throw for Gabbard. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. McDonald, the man in motion. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. First down, Gabbard. This time for Smith.
Ah, shit.
Picked off by the longtime Packer, A.J. Hawk. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Joe.
It's a loss of
Yes,
2
damn.
on third down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Another pistol look here. They go play action with Wilson. Try to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20.
This is ridiculous.
Down deep into San Francisco.
Completely ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Come on. It's a Madden moment if I've ever seen one.
Hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They go again with Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
A solid gain of 15 yards in the sticks move.
I knew it. Should have made him pay for that, though. There's some of that backbreaker moments. Seen much of those backbreaker moments. This one right there.
On the ground, Rawls. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So 3rd and goal. The defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
Here's Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
DeForest Buckner is a really tall defensive end / defensive tackle. How about that move right there to get upfield and make the play in the offensive backfield? Excellent leverage.
You're right. Tall, big, 6'7", nearly 300 pounds. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend, but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Muscles him off. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Escaping the pressure right. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A pickup there of 36. And it'll be 1st down 49ers.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to...
Yeah, I gotta mix up the all 22 camera in there because broadcast camera, you wouldn't have that opportunity. You could, I used to be able to do it, but used to be able to just kind of really appreciate the routes, but it gets tiresome. They changed up the defense a little bit, so I can't do it anymore.
From the red zone now, Gabbert.
I messed up because I was supposed to throw that lob.
He just threw an interception last drive.
It's supposed to be like a little lob.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love it. Carlos Hyde's a physical, tough runner. Had a few dings, but I don't think he should change a thing in terms of style. And I think that playing in Chip Kelly's offense gives him a chance to catch the ball more as well.
He can do both with him, Kenny, and he said he's excited to be in that Chip Kelly offense.
I think the versatility will really be to his liking.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. On 3rd down, Gabbert. Simpson reels it in over the middle. And the Seahawks are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
defense has been pretty cool.
The field goal unit, they're going for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start. Offense.
Damn it.
The Niners call on Phil Dawson now for the field goal try on 4th down. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed him.
Super tough. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he is in for the Seattle.
Garbage.
Thomas Rawls with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Get out to send this one away following the score. On the return, here's DeAndrew White. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the 49ers are going to get a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. A first down throw for Gabbert. Going for the deep ball. And it's complete.
Yes.
In the end zone, touchdown.
Yes, baby. Make it happen, man. Make it happen.
On the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a
So
score.
what I'm thinking, because I know that you guys are thinking, like, you can't play broadcast cam. But I'm thinking, you do need some kind of mechanism to look downfield in broadcast cam. I mean, if they did that, I would never have to mess with this all 22 camera.
Now Dawson for the
Like
extra point.
just a mechanism to be able to flash the look. Saying just to flash the look. That's all we need.
It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Like, you know, like for instance, you know, instead of the QB dodge and duck, I never use that. Make that the flash. Like the longer you hold it, you know, better. The longer you hold it, you know, the more you can see downfield. Obviously, you know, you got the rush to deal with, so.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record.
What is going on?
So your confidence gets tested.
There he goes, left side. And all the way
Fuck.
down Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks get the quick
Some gay shit.
And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield.
Gay.
In the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Gabbert now on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Gabbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Rawls. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Seahawks had a great passing game going last week, and it's been more of the same today. The 49ers are finding out firsthand they'll have to deal with this passing attack if they want to win. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half.
And Larry apparently very brief in his thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Seahawks defense working their way back out onto the field. Their first crack here in the second half defensively. You always hope to set that tone, don't you, partner?
Without a doubt. Go out, stuff them on defense, and let everyone know that, hey, we are really ready to play here in the second half, because oftentimes you come out to start a half, and people see a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a dip after having been off their feet.
Second drive of the second half.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Gabbard on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On second down, Hyde. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Missed my hole.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Time running out here on the play clock. Third and short yardage. Gabbard. And unable to
Kidding me.
If he had caught it, it would have been a first down.
You kidding me with that shit, man? Come on, man.
Play across the
Seriously.
middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Still just a third
Good, man.
They've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Hyde. And he's
I mean, inches. Let's call us high, baby.
And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It would have been a long field goal attempt, so when you only need a few inches, this, to me, is the right decision. And they wind up picking up the conversion on 4th down.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Now it's a bootleg with Gabbard. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Gabbard from the gun on third down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
I don't know about this.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Rawls. They find some.
What is this? This is ridiculous.
37 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield with you little people.
Good run there. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
See how they warped me into that guy's tackle because I had a beeline to the quarterback. Take a look at that, man.
Things get to a quarterback of this magnitude.
Take a look at that. That was ridiculous because I had a beeline here. I had a beeline right here. The quarterback. So it's back out. I had a beeline right here. 55 right here. That's me. They brought him. You know what I'm saying? I had a beeline. They said, nope, nope, nope. You're not going anywhere. Nope, you're not going anywhere. That's bullshit.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On third down, Wilson. He's got time in the pocket. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would have...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So he's in for his third score of the game, and a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker.
That dude jumped off his back like a ramp.
I'm sure they told their offensive guys, closer this time. Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost.
What's up? What he after he gets tackled? What is it, 22? Watch this, 25. Watch this. I gotta look at that again. That is tight. Oh my goodness. That is classic. Look at this. Oh man, this is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is hilarious. Oh man, I gotta record that. If I can. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Like a ramp. Oh, my throat's hurting. Oh man, that just makes it all worthwhile. Holy crap. Oh man. It is too funny.
A second down throw for Gabbert. And the hit jarred it loose.
Ridiculous.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch.
Yeah, we got no choice.
Yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
To throw, Gabbert, and there's a flag on the field.
Nice.
It is incomplete.
There's a flag though. Yes, I thought so.
Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding.
I saw that. Pretty dirty out here. A dirty game on.
First down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. It's caught inside the 25. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that leads to a San Francisco first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
First down, a run with Hyde. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And quickly they get to the line. Gabbert now on 2nd down. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. DeAndrew White, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Lockett the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because
come on.
To make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
You guys can't cover the flats that fast. Can't get to the outsides. If they get bunched up, they're done.
The left side where the play was going, what they call play side. How about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there,
get this.
Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
How ridiculous this gonna get in there.
Give the Seahawks a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They go play action here on first down. Finding time. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's played a great game and continues. He's right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going.
Oh, no, he lost the
Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Damn it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Get to the football.
Okay, get it, go, 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 shit, oh, shit.
20, 10.
Oh, shit.
I think that was great effort and great.
Oh, that was beastly. That was beastly.
Block the kick, and then they form the line to make sure they can return it.
Ooh, that was sick.
What a great job.
Yeah,
That was sick.
And now they're in excellent position, 1st and goal.
That was sick. Damn, I wish I could have returned that to the house. Damn, I wish I could have turned that to the house, though.
Set to go here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punching in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got to get formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
No. What are you doing, flag?
Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to
Cool.
stand, partner.
Decline.
The penalty is declined.
Go.
Extra point try now for Dawson. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Nice one. Nice one. Let's just play some D.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation, throwing the ball well, guiding his team, moving them. This is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun last week. Sometimes it feels like we're at all these games. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. 2 yards to go here on third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Are you kidding me?
Got the first down.
Fucking kidding me.
Down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move.
Excited, Chip? Really exciting, Chip.
The first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
I was excited.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. 20th carry for Thomas Rawls. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will double their lead
Really?
up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down, Gabbert. And,
No.
There's it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Damn
They're
it.
not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one is goes.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's
Give it right back.
linebacker, Ahmad Brooks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete there. Nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
3rd and 4. He's back to throw. The open man is Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So Gabbert forced to the sidelines, and they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And an alley to run. And across the
Yes.
into the
Get in
end
there.
zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Get in there.
Carlos Hyde with his second touchdown.
That's a lot of time.
Fifth on the year. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game.
Well, I don't want to overlook the touchdown because that was huge. That ties the game. But you know where I'm going, don't you?
Need the PAT, and then you need the stop on defense.
Yeah, in a big way. The guy kicking the ball through the posts, that's where all the spotlight shifts to now.
And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
The game, man. Game. See, I can run in the broadcast cam. That's no problem. It's running. It's just a little pass, and you know, you got to take your shots. Collarbone, damn. I mean, got Colin, so I'm good. Okay with Colin. People don't like Colin, but okay with him. In real life, I'm not, though. Kind of wish we'd have kept Alex Smith, but that's what it is.
And this will be a touchback as that sails.
Yeah, we gotta play some D on this, man.
And out now come the Seahawks. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Surveying the field. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away.
It's like a wall. They have a wall of linemen just get around or whatever.
He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the
Silly.
football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
Back to throw.
Damn it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Damn it.
CJ Procise was the intended target.
Messed up on that. Tried to tackle him. The reason why I did that is because I just didn't want him to throw on the run. I just wanted to try to disrupt him a little bit.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down.
Yeah, I knew it.
And he's got the first down yardage.
They got to give him that little bit of shot.
Back to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete.
Yeah, here's the magic, guys. Just in case you didn't know, here's the magic.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Wilson to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. He'll look to throw.
Yeah, of course. This is bullshit. This is that bullshit.
And he is enjoying another fine performance just like a week ago. I mean, let's be honest, when he's playing like this,
Ridiculous.
it's a lot of matchup nightmares.
And it really does, because it creates a ton of headaches. You tried to design so many coverage for a guy like this, but truthfully, he should have an answer to anything that's thrown at him. If you throw a linebacker at him, he should have speed and agility on his side. If you throw a defensive back against him, he should have size on his side. So no matter what you throw at him, he should have the final answer. And in his last 2 games,
He is.
oh boy, has he ever.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they are able to spike this in time.
Yeah, of course they are.
That is going to set up a field goal try that one way or the other will decide this football game. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. And this one is good. Stephen Hauschka delivering in the clutch. And they have regained the lead. This is one of those games where you hate that anybody has to lose. So many points, so many great offensive
That bullshit.
individually and
Madden
collectively.
bullshit right there.
And even the losing team had fun, although they won't admit it to us here in the media. But they had a blast, because that kind of football, back and forth, touchdown after touchdown, it's fun for everyone. But the winning team, they had a little bit more fun than everyone else.
So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so.